Shalom, Ko, Hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, following the truth from via the internet. Shalom to the brothers that's out there prophesying, being the brothers of living sacrifice, waking up the elect and the believers out there, the 144,000 men, along with the 1/3 men, women, and children, the believers, as well as the confused faces that would be shown mercy and come destruction that will be delivered out of Babylon the Great, which is America. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American majority, but we also have strangers, which are strangers in the New Testament is about Israelites, foreigners, those that look like a nation, but the fathers on the father's side goes back, to Israelite man, because the seed is of your father. But anyway, this lesson, it's not a lesson. It could be, speak to the spirit, but you could be out meditating on it. After seeing certain stuff, and after you see certain stuff online and stuff like that, and we're living in a perverse generation. Adultery is rampant. Drug dealing, witchcraft. Wickedness is at all-time high. Lack of morals, people turning cold. Hey, it's good to talk about that. The heart already. Shall wax cold, and it's always waxing cold. People don't give a fuck about anything. It's in Matthew 24:12. It says, because iniquity. I don't want to get that scripture, but it says and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And the waxing cold ain't gonna be colder as Jacob showed. As Jacob trouble is coming, it's starting to get worse as time get worse. It's like I got a hiccup, But in my mind, I was thinking like, shit, we not, let's believe in truth. We're not gonna miss this place. There's nothing to miss about it. There's nothing you're gonna be able to miss about it. Really, what you got here? All you do is work and pay bills. And occasionally have fun. You work your whole life, pocket full of holes. That's part of the curses. You do all this shit for what? Just keep being a slave. Like if you're Israelite, you should not be happy. And some Israelites happy to be slave because you got some, got some money from. Even then that's not even enough because the cost of living is rising. That's not gonna be enough. So it's going digital. All that shit you hold on to mammon, that shit's not gonna last long. You have to either if you Lord not the elect, you take a chip, all starts with that, or you take a chip and die with a nuclear missile. There's only one way out. Because the Lord promises a new kingdom, new heaven, and new earth. This shit's gotta get reset. Cause this shit's out of balance, and out of course, and it's getting worse. It's like we're getting ready to lay all this stuff to waste. Until the World War, the nuclear missile. But this is what the elect is looking for. So, Isaiah 65. I know I'm gonna title the video. That we will not miss this place. Isaiah 65, verse 17. It says, for behold, I create new heaven and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. Now rejoice in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the people who are pleased. Enjoy my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no no more heard in her, nor the voices of crying. Yes, the Lord is gonna make a new heaven and new earth. But we're gonna be at the top, and he's gonna be at the place that we're meant to be at the bottom. It's just the way it is. Thus says the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah. No, they're gonna be a servant as a handmaid. That says in Isaiah 60. They're gonna be servants and handmaids. Or was it Isaiah 14? They're gonna be servants and handmaids to us. Because that's what they are made for. Because the Lord made the world for our sake. And these things happening is like a movie. These things that are happening right now are just part of the Most High moving to lead up, to lead up to the final, to His kingdom, to Yahweh, kingdom, to our leadership. But first and foremost, Yahweh, Shah, and King David. Because we're still gonna have order in the kingdom, but we all, even the least, we call great. If we paraphrase, still, even the least, even the third, when they come back, they're gonna be royalty. They say Isaiah 6 and 59 says, if the world now be made for our sake, why do we not possess our inheritance? An inheritance with this world, with the world, how long shall we endure? So we have to wait, as was asking, since the world is made for us, how can we not prospering? It seems as if he's prospering, but you gotta get to this thing, because the Lord said a prophecy of rulerships that will go before the kingdom of heaven. So we just gotta, endure. So I say you gotta endure to the end. We gotta endure these things. Last time in past lifetime, to make it to the kingdom. And we're in the final stretch right now. So there's not much long time waiting, but since we don't remember the former things, who knows how long we waited? Because he come back after a few generations, and we'll get back to Isaiah 65, verse 18 or 19 said, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people. The Lord has specific people, and the voices of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. So the Lord has specific people He's coming to deliver, So the Israelites, it said, shall no more hence an infant in days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days, nor a child shall, he said, for the child will die 100 years old, but the sinner in 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyard and eat the fruit of them. Then they shall not build and another inhabit, which was part of the curses. We build and another habit, and another man shall sleep with our wife, is a contrast to Deuteronomy 28, and they shall not plant and another eat. What's the days of the tree, or the days of my people? And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord. So there's a specific seed that be blessed of the Lord. It come from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob knew he changed to Israel. He had 12 sons. Make up the 12 tribes of Israel. So when you go Latino and American, and the offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. And the wolf of the land shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw. The bullock and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. It shall not hurt nor destroy it, or in the holy mountain, saith the Lord. And Deuteronomy 28 is the opposite. And if you don't obey the Lord, this is what's gonna happen. Verse 34. No. He said, "Thou shalt be." Verse 30 says. Verse 29. It said that it shall grow by noonday and blind darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save you. So all the things gonna be spoiled. But Isaiah 67, I'm 65, 17 on now says differently. We're gonna be in the kingdom. But this is a thing that's happening. So now the curses, the Lord put in Deuteronomy 28, is thou shalt be troubled wife, and another man shall lie with her. All these days, good luck trying to find a virgin in society. Even if you have someone that's single, you at least have one body on her. It said, "Thou shalt be troubled wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell in that. Dwell therein, because you're gonna be working all day." It said, "Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. That ox shall not be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine eyes shall be violently taken away from before thy face. Shall not restore of thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemy, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy son and daughter shall be given unto another people." Yep. And the eyes, which is slavery. And nowadays, the modern way, basically, your son and daughter has been given to the government to raise them, indoctrinate them in the school system. And her eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. We don't have no power in this kingdom. And the food of thy land, and thy labor, shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. And we are still been oppressed and crushed, and still being oppressed and crushed. Land taking over, even though the tribes have their own land. That shit's being controlled by puppet government. It's being a chaos. So there's all these things that happen now, that happen and happens to happen now. But in the future to come, we shall get all the things about what is Joel 2 and 25 go there. 2 and 25 it says, "Now restore to you all the years that the locust, the heathen, Esau, Edom, the homo, hath eaten, the canworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, a great army which I sent among you." So the Lord's gonna, restore to your years. And the locust has eaten all the stuff and taken away from us. And the Lord's gonna put it back to goodness. He's gonna be our power again. First of all, they're not dealing with the elect or children of Israel, but in the kingdom, pertaining to Hebrews 8 and 10, you gotta put the laws. You gotta put the laws in all Israelites. So we're not going off. But 2/3, Zechariah 13. Gotta go first, and the elect be delivered. Gonna be the first fruit of the kingdom. Jeremiah 32, 38. 7 says, "Behold, I will gather them out of all countries where I have driven them in mine anger." So we were scattered, as part of prophecy too. "In my fury and in great wrath, I will bring them again into this place. I will cause them to dwell safely, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. And I will give them one heart, one way, that they fear me forever for the good of them and their children after them. I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put in fear in their hearts, and they shall not depart from me." What says, "Fear the Lord is the beginning of knowledge." And He'll put wisdom, He'll put the law and statutes and commandments in our hearts. we won't be able to go off, disobey it, and the curse won't come upon us again. It said Hebrews 8:10 said, For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord Yahweh. Hashem Yahshua, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. We're not going to be able, we're not going to need to teach anyone to keep the law and certain things, because they're going to know it. It's going to be in their mind. Isaiah 60, because it's going to be Isaiah 16:10, and the sons of strangers shall build our walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I might have mercy on thee. So he smote on wrath, put the curses on us into captivity, because he chose the Lord to anger. It said, therefore thy gate shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night. The man that shall bring unto thee forces Gentile, and the king brought for the nation, the kingdom that would not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So we're going to have control over these nations. And with Yahushua, that the glory of Lebanon shall come upon thee, the fir tree and the palm tree and the box together, and the beauty of the places of my sanctuary. I will make a place for my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee, the heathen, shall bow himself down the sole of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellence. It's going to be eternal excellence. It's going to be forever, a joy of many generations. Forever. He said that also. That should also suck the milk of the Gentiles, literally. You take their substance, basically, that reap their goods, like they did to us. And thou shalt suck the breasts of kings, get all the riches they took, and gold in behind the banks, and thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior, thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. The name will change this. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for the stones iron. I will also bring the officers peace and thy executors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy wall salvation, thy gates praise. So there's not going to be violence. All the weapons will be burnt up. There's not going to be none of that stuff. That's what happened in Isaiah 15. So we're going to be like living in peace in paradise. This is what we call true paradise. Because the Lord's going to be written in our mind. We're going to have demons. The heathens, they're going to have demons about them. We're going to be judges. The Lord's going to make us judge over them. But we're not going to have demons in our mind and distraction. We're not going to have a want of things. The Lord said, whatever you ask me, I shall do. Isaiah 14, the one that says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the stranger in this verse, but it's like foreigners, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave on the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to the other place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So the other nation shall be servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors without oppressors. So also the heathen, take them captive, shall rule over them. It says, plain and clear, and it shall come to pass that the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrows and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage when thou art made to serve, that thou shalt take up this power against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, and the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Yep. And he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, He that ruled the nations in anger is Esau, Edom, is persecuted and unhindered. Yeah, he's persecuted and nobody's going to be able to do nothing about him. It's going to be ultimate victory. The Lord and chariot, and ultimately, look at this one. It is what it is. It's part of the story. We read the book of Obadiah. Future prophecy. You're going to have them as servants and handmaids in the kingdom. Just like they have us as a slave. Serves on the down the system, but we're going to rule in righteousness. You're going to get punished. You're going to get doubled in 1,000 years. And that's what we're hoping for. Which is the kingdom. Because the Lord promised the kingdom, like never before. And the Lord, Yahweh always pays with interest. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither shall enter into the hearts of man the things that Yahweh I prepared for them that love him. But Yahweh hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searches all things, yes, the things of Yahweh. As I've not heard, so he says, I have not seen nor either heard a thing that the Lord have prepared. So the Lord is going to pay interest on all the things we have lost. He's going to give it. Now back like Joel, the 2nd chapter says, Joel 2:25. It's not even a big deal. We're going to turn this 1 Corinthians. I don't know. 1 Corinthians. 15. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's 2. Yeah, because it goes into, we're going to want to get spiritual, or we get a new body and spiritual body, we're going to become gods. My scripture says already to say, ye are God, and all you are children of the Most High. Chosen seed line, Jacob, and children of Israel, the Israelites. Let's read this. Isaiah 15 says, and between him and the last trumpet call, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. We're going to be changed, we're going to have a new body. The scripture says the kingdom will be forever, so we're going to rule with the Lord forever. It says, for the corruptible must put on incorruption, and the mortal must be put on immortality. It's going to be immortal. So when the corruptible shall put on incorruption, and the mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass, saying, wherein death is swallowed up in victory. Death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to Yahweh, which gives us the victory, to the Lord Yahweh. Because we're not going to die, we're not going to be able to go off. Be made perfect. That's like the Lord is made perfect. And that's what, honestly, I'm speaking for myself, but that's the promise. Holding on to. That'll give you the boost of the day. These things are coming, these things are close. That's the comforter. The scripture said it. The scripture, all the comforters. When you feel down, you gotta remember these things coming. Even if you're anxious and scared of Jacob's trouble, you gotta know what comes after. With that, it was edifying, uplifting. Cool.